to have the dream day, because for me, the dream picture is to be able to have this bomb playlist, right? And you got superheroes. I'm just saying, when you have those two worlds that kind of collide, you know, because which is going to lead me to DC fandom and your panels that you're hosting here. So let me pull this up. Let me make sure I get this right. So you got the Bossy Females of Color in DC panel with Grammy Award winning Estelle. Yes. So first of all, tell me, how did you get into that one? How did you get be co-moderator of that one? Because you're kind of giving us a lot of nuggets now too, a little bit about what we don't know, like behind the scenes and some of the stuff. But you talked about like a ton of the stuff that I nerd out on. A lot of the superhero shows I watch are filmed in Vancouver, and there are some of the talent, some of the actors are Canadian. But
absolutely,
yeah. And what we talked about, what gets me is, like you said, okay, you get drawn in because I want to see somebody that looks like me on screen that's kicking butt. But here's the thing, though. When they come on screen, maybe they're the whole episode. They give us a couple facial expressions, or they're supporting. You know, they're supporting to you know, a white actor or another character in there that they're not front and center.
Yeah. The sidekick.
So what are we? Because I already feel like you ready to go right now. So go ahead, take us away. Because I just want to know, like, what are we missing as fans viewing this that we don't know? Like, what is going on? Because I know that frustrates me a lot as a fan just to watch it. Now, because I don't want to get, and then I don't know how many people are like, I don't know if this is like the big surprise. I don't want to give away to too many people, but okay, Lacey has a certain diet, and I'm wondering. Okay, I'm just gonna put it like that, and I'm wondering some of these scenes because I was just like, she's not gonna do that, right? So when it happened, I was like, what is that like as an actress? Because we know you're in a role, we know you're playing, you know, it's part of the character. But I'm just thinking in my head, if I get the script and I'm like, okay, I need you to do this, this, and this. This is what is on the menu today. What? Like, where did your head go? Like, how did you even?
Well, here's the thing too.
You had some lines, and you had some advice too that I was like, what? So what was like your favorite? What was your favorite moment of throwing out the advice, just seeing where it lands? Because that's how Clovis seemed to me. Like he seemed like he's giving you your advice. You think you want it, but he just want to see where it lands.
You know what? I think so. Yeah, I think that was probably the line for me. That bit of advice: woke rhymes with broke.
And speaking of woke, by the way, one of my favorite lines was, "First you get the money, then you get the woke." That was one of my favorite lines in here because it had so many different meanings. So for each of you, I was wondering, when was that woke moment in your career where you were like, if I just would have figured that one thing out, I could have did X, Y, and Z.
I had a moment.
Hey guys, I'm your host Ryan Bennett, and I am so excited. Season 2 of The Mandalorian has been coming out Fridays on Disney Plus. This is such a cool series to me. It really got me interested again and figuring out more about Star Wars and jumping back into some of the old movies where a little bit before I was kind of hesitant because sometimes you get a little confused, like, you know, from the old school to some of the newer movies. Like, how much can an old spacecraft called the Razor Quest take? Because this spacecraft takes a beating. The Razor Quest is up for it, and it takes a beating. So yeah, also, before we really dive into this, let me get my little quips off the top about Baby Yoda. Hold up. All right, here we go. Listen. Season 1 now, y'all. Season 1, okay? Baby Yoda passed out a lot. That was one of my main things. Okay, we know he has to use the Force, you know, with his little finger, and it was cute. He was trying to save the day. But after he saves the day, you need somebody to pick him up because he passed out. I'm like, are we doing this all season? Okay.